Hey, what's going on guys, Tanmay here and welcome to my channel. And in this video we're doing a low light test of the DJI Pocket 2, and for this test we are going to compare the DJI Pocket 2 footage with my smartphone footage, which is the Google Pixel 2, which you can see on the left hand side. All the default settings are kept on auto, so on the Pocket 2 we are shooting at 1080p 30 fps. Everything else is kept on auto right now. Even on my smartphone, on the Google Pixel 2, I'm using the front camera right now, and the resolution is 1080p 30 fps. Everything else is auto. Now the audio is being recorded via a lavalier microphone, which is connected to the wireless module that comes with the DJI Pocket 2 creator combo. So I have shown that module in the unboxing of the DJI Pocket 2, so in case if you've missed that, do check that video out. Also we did a vlog test where we did the audio, video and stability test of the DJI Pocket 2 and compared it with a smartphone. So even that video, if you've missed, do check it out. In today's video, as I mentioned, we're going to do an extensive test in low light and compare the footage that is shot on this Pocket 2 device with the footage being shot on the smartphone. So right now it is evening and the sun has gone down a few hours ago, but there is still a lot of natural light, lot of ambient light as of now. So let me know in the comments how the footage looks of the DJI Pocket 2 compared to a smartphone. Now do note that right now I am shooting with the front camera of the smartphone, so the video quality might not be as good as what it would be when I shoot from the back camera. So let me quickly switch to the back camera of the smartphone and then we'll observe how the quality is. Okay, so now I have switched to the back camera of the Google Pixel 2, which is the primary camera. So the quality definitely must have improved. Now on the DJI Pocket 2, we don't have a concept of back and front camera. We only have one camera which will rotate itself in selfie mode or the reverse mode, depending upon which mode you select. But just by looking at the footage right now, I can definitely see much more better on the DJI Pocket 2. However, the Google Pixel 2 footage is also pretty clear. The thing that is very different is the field of view, because I am using the wide angle lens attachment on the Pocket 2. So on the Pocket 2 you can see a lot more being captured because it is a very wide angle. Now as I mentioned, it is still evening and it is not extremely dark as of now, but slowly as time goes on it will be much more darker and we'll compare that footage as well. Now talking about the sensor of the DJI Pocket 2, there is a new larger sensor which is 1/1.7 inch sensor, and also the aperture, which is the f-stop, is also large, that is 1.8, and that is why the DJI Pocket 2 has a very good low light performance compared to the previous version of the Pocket, and that's why it also performs much better than a generic smartphone. So if you have a mid-tier smartphone, it is not going to perform as good as the Pocket 2 will perform during low light, and you'll clearly see that once we go in extreme dark environments. So now let's go into an extreme dark low light environment and then compare the two cameras side by side, so that will give you a better understanding of the low light performance. Okay, so right now it is 7 p.m. and it is very dark and there is almost no sunlight left. There is very little sunlight, but it is almost negligible. So all the light that we are getting right now is from artificial lights, from street lights and from lights from the houses. So this is what you can call an extreme low light test of the two systems, that is the DJI Pocket 2 and a generic smartphone. So right now on the Google Pixel 2 I'm using the front camera, which is struggling a lot. I can clearly see there are a lot of grains. My entire face is looking very mushy. However, on the Pocket 2, even though the footage is a little dark, but there is less noise and things are much more sharper compared to the smartphone. And this is because the DJI Pocket 2 has a larger sensor, which is 1/1 inch sensor, and it also has a larger f-stop, which is 1.8, so it lets a lot of light in compared to the previous generation of the Pocket device. So the low light performance on the Pocket 2 should be much more better compared to a generic smartphone. Now let me switch to the front camera of my smartphone and then we can do that comparison of how the primary camera of a generic smartphone would perform and compare with the Pocket 2. Okay, so as you can see, this is the primary camera of the Google Pixel 2 versus the only camera that we have on the DJI Pocket 2. And even the primary camera is struggling a lot on the Google Pixel. You can see so much noise, so many grains. On the DJI footage, what I can see from this tiny screen right now is that even though the footage is dark, it has less noise compared to the footage on the Google Pixel 2. Yes, it also has noise. That is because ultimately this is also a very tiny sensor. Even though compared to a smartphone it has a larger sensor, it is no way in comparison with a large mirrorless full frame camera, right? So both these systems are not built for low light videography, but in case if you want to vlog in low light, this is the best that you can get in such scenarios. And do note that there are street lights over here. If you want to vlog in an extremely dark environment where there is no artificial light, then you are not gonna do well, and that footage is not gonna be usable. But do note that in my colony right now there are not many street lights, and this is still a very extreme test. If you are in a city area, in a metropolitan market where there are a lot of artificial lights, a lot of shops and a lot of ambient light, then the performance is going to be much more better. What I'll do is I'll try to show some footage of some market area, which you can see on the screen right now, and this is shot on the DJI Pocket 2. Let me know in the comments how the quality looks like. This is a very tiny device, guys, so the Pocket 2 is performing much better compared to what its size is, and I definitely like the low light performance of this device. That is one major reason why I purchased this, because for its size it definitely performs much better compared to smartphones. Okay, so this was the extreme low light test of the Pocket 2, and we compared it with a smartphone so that you guys get a better understanding of the performance. Let me know in the comments what your thoughts are, and I would really like to hear you guys. So in upcoming videos I'll make more tests on this Pocket 2 device. We'll test it even more thoroughly. We still have to test some other features. So if you haven't yet subscribed on this channel, definitely do that and turn on the notifications so that you get more updates about this device and many other vlogs and travel videos that I make. So thanks for watching. See you in the next one, guys. Peace.